So I'm threading my needle. Threading my needle. We're going to work on a split stitch. So I'm going to start just here towards the bottom. Come up from the back just like every time. Make sure our knot is against the fabric. Okay? And on this one, like the first couple stitches, like every other stitch, we want to make sure we're making pretty evenly spaced stitches. So I'm going to go down through, and when I come up, instead of coming up over here, I'm going to come up and I'm going to poke my needle through the thread right there. So I'm going to line my needle up, and when I come up, it's not through the same hole because that will undo the stitch, but it is in the middle of the floss. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go down here, and when I come up, can you see the tip of my needle? I'm going to move it so that it's in the right spot, and if I need to move it around a little bit, I can. It's going to come up a little bit back into the stitch right in the middle of the floss. So it's literally splitting the embroidery floss, hence split stitch. And like every other stitch, if you need to turn the hoop, do it. That's why they're round, so it's easy to work from all sides. I'm just going to make a little loopity-loop with this one so you can kind of see how it goes. So you can do both straight and nice even curved lines with this. If you want a nice smooth curve, it's important to be taking small stitches. You can also use this to just fill in a general area within lines. Go back and forth with it and fill in an area. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I notice that I'm catching, there's 6 strands, so I notice that I'm catching like 2 strands on one side instead of just 3 and 3. And nobody's going to be mad if it's not absolutely perfect. You get the general idea. So this is our split stitch. You can see it makes a nice straight line, but it's really good for curves. On the back, it looks more like a running stitch. It's not a solid line, and again, we just wind it around a couple of the stitches and snip it off close to the fabric.